I love it up here. I feel beautiful. I feel gorgeous. I know Mike will love this dress. The longer I stand here, I do love it up here, but I think I need something along the bottom. I didn't bring anything else in the room that I would consider.
It's kind of cold out.
He pulls me a dress that is just ridiculous. Okay, all right, great. I think he's starting to understand, but I don't think he gets it completely yet.
I love them both equally, but I want the one that's more modern and contemporary.
I'm be happy. I love them both. So why not let them be happy and let you be happy?
It's up to you.
Number 3, Christy Loving. In an emotional episode of Say Yes to the Dress Atlanta, bride Christy Loving faces a heart-wrenching dilemma when her dream dress exceeds the budget set by her mother, Lucy. As the only child, Christy shares a special bond with her mother, who would do anything for her. Lucy fixed the wedding dress budget at $2,500, a figure she worked hard to set aside for this special day. Cindy, the bridal consultant, is brought in to help the family select the perfect dress for Christy. The first dress Christy tried on was one her mother picked out. It was a simple yet elegant gown, and Christy immediately fell in love with it. Her mother, Lucy, and aunt were equally impressed and thought it was the perfect choice. However, Christy's bridesmaid wasn't fully on board. She felt the dress was too plain for the big day and urged Christy to try something a bit more dramatic, which led Christy to trying on a second dress that was slightly over budget.
For your gown?
$2,500.
Okay. Is there a little wiggle room there, or do you want to stick right at 25?
Let's stick.
The whole store if you want, but I want to try to show you the rooms that are in that budget.
Definitely not me.
You don't even want to try on one lace?
No. One for you.
One for me.
I would like to see her in something simple but also elegant.
I love it. It's exactly what I was picturing in my mind. I love it up here. I feel beautiful. I feel gorgeous. I know Mike will love this dress. The longer I stand here, I do love it up here, but I think I need something along the bottom.
The second dress, priced at $3,500, was a showstopper. The moment Christy put it on, she knew it was the one. The fit, the design, and the way it made her feel were undeniable, and Christy didn't want to try on any more dresses. The excitement in the room was palpable until the price tag came up. Lucy was devastated. She knew she couldn't afford to pay for the dress, and the extra $1,000 was simply out of reach. Overcome with emotion, Lucy broke down in tears as she shared her financial concerns with Christy.
Sometimes what you want is not what is right for you. What is right for you.
I feel more comfortable in this one than I did in the last one. I like the waistline this one gives me. I feel like the bride I've always wanted to be.
Oh man, that looks nice.
If this is a little much, we'll just take off and start another one.
I don't think I need to try on anything else.
It's not too much over budget.
We had agreed to stay within budget. And I want to give you the world on this special day.
Really wanted to stick to the budget more than I knew. It's okay, Mom. Love you.
In the end, Christy said yes to the $3,500 dress, and despite the challenges, there was a sense of relief and joy as the family embraced the special moment. Lucy's love for her daughter shone through, even in the midst of financial worries, making a day a memorable one for all.
I didn't bring anything else in the room that I would consider. I didn't say yes to the dress today. Mommy? We're happy.
Number 2, Caitlin Culpepper. In this different, super dramatic episode, bride Caitlin, a self-proclaimed diva with aspirations of becoming an actress, finds herself at odds with the equally strong-willed and fabulous designer Monty. Caitlin is on the hunt for a vintage-style wedding dress, but her diva personality quickly became apparent, making it difficult for Monty to manage the situation. Known for his flair and confident demeanor, Monty is used to working with all kinds of brides, but Caitlin's headstrong nature and scattered approach to the dress search tests his patience. Caitlin arrives at the salon with a clear vision of what she wants, lots of jewelry and a vintage look. But as the appointment progresses, it becomes clear that her focus is more on accessorizing than finding the perfect dress. Caitlin pulls a dozen dresses off the racks, much to the surprise of Cindy, the consultant. Sensing chaos in the air, Cindy alerts Monty, who steps in to refuse Caitlin's selections and remove some dresses that clearly don't fit the vintage theme she's envisioning.
Consultation today, I want to show her my book of inspiration so she can kind of grasp exactly what I'm looking for.
Want to spend the night, yeah.
Around 5 is what we're thinking.
Okay.
If I could have room for accessories, that would be really great. I want that one off the mannequin and that one off the mannequin. So I am taking charge. Those look like cakes.
So this is sheer one panel shaped veil, and then it's just got the scattered stones.
I'm thinking I love it.
She has a definite style. It just happens not to be my style. That ruching you like, it's got that neckline you like.
I do like that. And then I could wear my own jewelry or like Jen. Monty must be very used to Southern brides with their hair all in place, pretty simple makeup. Jewelry, I love gems. It's a huge obsession. I'm going to put my style in it, whether...
Especially Southerns will come in and she's not going to be open to any suggestion. That can get a little dramatic.
Monty wants to streamline the process, but Caitlin's constant changes and shifting attention make it difficult for him to guide her toward a final decision. As Caitlin starts trying on dresses, her indecisiveness creates a tense atmosphere. She breezes through several gowns, discarding them almost as quickly as she tries them on, and shows little interest in focusing on a specific style or gown. Monty, who prides himself on helping brides find their dream dresses, begins to realize that Caitlin isn't fully ready for the process. In his eyes, she's more focused on playing dress up than committing to finding her wedding dress. The clash between the two divas continue to escalate as Monty tries to bring Caitlin back down to reality, but she remains fixated on her accessories rather than the dress itself. In a surprising turn of events, Caitlin finally decides that she needs to focus on her jewelry first before she can seriously think about choosing her dresses. She leaves the salon without making a final decision, stating she'll return after selecting the perfect jewelry to complement her look. Monty's frustration is palpable as he watches Caitlin leave, understanding that her priorities are more focused on appearance than on the meaningful decision of finding her wedding gown. In the end, this diva showdown highlights how challenging it can be when a bride is more focused on the extras rather than the essence of her special day.
I like costume jewelry. I'm cool with wearing costume jewelry on my wedding. Like, you know those big stones that were in there?
It's kind of cool though.
He pulls me a dress that is just ridiculous. Okay, all right, great. I think he's starting to understand, but I don't think he gets it completely yet.
Number 1. Barbara Michaels. Moving on to the next spoiled bride, Barbara. She has been married for 16 years and is renewing her vows, embarking on a wedding gown shopping journey with her husband and 2 sons. This time around, Barbara wants to step away from the traditional poofy gown she wore for her original wedding and opts for a more sophisticated, elegant look for her vow renewal. The stakes are high for Barbara, as this shopping trip involves not just finding the perfect dress, but also balancing her desires with her family's opinions. Barbara's first dress is a stunning, elegant gown that immediately wins over her entire entourage. Her husband and sons love the dress, and Barbara herself feels it embodies the elegance she's been seeking. It's a far cry from the traditional, voluminous dress she wore years ago, and she's excited to wear something different this time. However, despite their initial love for the dress, her sons are eager for her to try on more options before settling on her final choice.
Have you done any shopping?
No.
No? Okay.
Just I've looked in lots of magazines.
How do you want to look on your wedding day?
I want to look a lot more contemporary this time around.
Okay.
Chairs set up right at the front door, and the husbands sit down and the wives go. I actually enjoy walking with her through a store and help.
This is stunning.
This is stunning. You really can't tell on the hanger.
I knew there was a reason I wanted to marry you again.
You weren't there when you got married 15 years ago. What do you think? You like it?
Yeah, I want to see other ones too, though.
You know, I'm just getting a feel of who is really
in control, of this whole thing here.
When Barbara tries on a second dress, her sons start getting involved in the process. They venture off to do a little shopping of their own and end up selecting a third dress for her, a traditional beaded gown reminiscent of the poofy gown she wore for her first wedding. But with more intricate beading and details, the gown is beautiful and reflects their idea of what a bride should look like, bringing them a sense of nostalgia. Barbara is left torn between the first dress, which she personally loves, and the third dress, which her sons have picked out and adore.
The big bow in the front.
No, I don't like the big
I know, well, we'd get rid of the bow. That's a given.
Yeah.
Which one?
That one's nice.
Oh, look at the bottom.
Huh?
Wow.
I like this one.
What do you think?
I like this one.
So the first.
I like this one.
Well, what do you think, Barb? Do you want something? I mean, the first one was simple.
After trying both dresses on again with a veil to get the full bridal effect, Barbara faces a difficult decision. While her heart leans toward the first dress, which is more aligned with her vision for this vow renewal, she also feels the pull to make her sons happy by choosing the third, more traditional gown. In the end, Barbara makes the emotional decision to go with the third dress, choosing to prioritize her son's happiness over her own personal preference. It's a bittersweet moment as she walks away with a gown that holds special meaning for her family, even though it wasn't her first choice.
Thinking, oh, but it's so easy just to make them happy and say, okay, I'll take the one you guys picked. I don't know, I like them both.
It is simpler, but I think the one they picked.
Yeah, that one's better.
Okay, let's try the other.
Personally, now after seeing both, one right after the other, I would say there's no comparison. This is hands down.
I love them both equally, but I want the one that's more modern and contemporary.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the first, only because it's a more simple design.
I'd be happy. I love them both. So why not let them be happy? And let you be happy.
It's up to you.
This episode showcases the complexity of family dynamics and how sometimes the decision-making process for a wedding dress goes beyond just the bride's personal desires. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.